The Grid, Digital Frontier. I used to fuck. I forgot the whole thing.
You were ready for that one. You
I
were
was
like,
ready for it. I
I didn't
thought
even know
I
he
had
was.
it.
Listen, I didn't know he was gonna do it, but then he did it, and I'm like, I was hearing him out, and then he forgot. I feel like he,
Used to
I feel like
imagine
he.
information as they cluster through the computer. Where would they
Uh,
look? Ships, motorcycles, with the circuits like freeways. I kept dreaming of a world I thought I'd never see. And then, one day, I got in.
I got in, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, I got in.
I got in. So,
That's
yeah. The promised Tron Legacy section is now time. And,
It is time. Here we are. Oh my god.
yeah. So, similar to our Ratatouille section, this will be a very biased review from myself.
I'm going in rather neutral.
This is one of my favorite movies ever. And I mean
Nice.
it. I genuinely love this movie,
Fair enough.
despite its things that we will talk about.
Yes, we will.
But yeah. Yeah. I saw this film back in theaters when it came out. Um, in 3D. I still would say it's probably the best 3D I've ever seen. Um, and I say this having technically seen both Avatar films in 3D in theaters.
Mm,
I'd still say Tron Legacy is probably the best 3D I ever saw. But yeah,
good experience.
yeah. Um, yeah, I'll toss it over to you for a bit till we get into this.
Oh, I last first time I ever saw Tron Legacy was me in New York. First time I went to New York, I was at my aunt's house. I was just in her apartment, and the movie was just playing. So it must have been like 2011 or something when I first saw it.
Mm.
Yeah, I was young. I didn't really think much of it. Well, I guess it was
Mm.
a movie with flashy lights and whatnot. And yeah, that's how I saw it. Years later, 2012, I saw it again. Same thing. Uh, and I saw it recently because I kind of wanted to in a minute. And now here we are.
Mm. Yeah. Uh, this was just one of those like you want to do Tron, and you went sure.
Sure.
Yes.
Yes.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, we can probably just jump right in, man. I love this movie.
Uh, should we give our own little bros and thoughts of the movie? I guess.
Yeah, we can keep it kind of general. Just you know, just talk about
All
it.
right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess to keep it small for a talk, Tron Legacy, I think, is a very highly ambitious film with a lot of ideas that don't get enough time to surface. Uh, the more I saw it, the more I thought of what a cool world the whole thing with the grid was. A lot of cool concepts that I again don't think get enough time to really flourish or breathe. And I think overall you're left with a rather dull film that tried to do a lot, but at the same time didn't. Uh, yeah, I like the concept of it. I like what I saw, but I wish there was just more, maybe a tighter script, more time, uh, and maybe like a stronger rating. It's surprising that this movie's PG rather than higher up in the 13 category.
Yeah, it is weird that it's PG. I don't think making this movie PG-13 would have done really anything. Just meant that they
Maybe
could have
not.
said it could have a few more curse words.
Yeah.
But, I don't know, the first Tron was PG as well, and it was pretty PG.
I never saw the first Tron.
Not good.
Nah, here it's not.
It's not good, even for the time. It was not good. Everybody goes, "Oh, it was great for the time." I'm like, it came out in 1982. You know what else came out in 1982? E.T. and The Thing.
Oh,
But also, Tron is influential because it was the first film to include. It wasn't the first film to include CG characters, but it was the first film to render entire sequences in the computer.
mm,
Without Tron, you wouldn't have Pixar because John Lasseter worked on Tron and saw the the whatchamacallit, the potential in the computer to make films, and started working on the render man and the Pixar computer. But yeah, Tron is very influential as like a film for what it means to cinema, but as a film itself, it's not good. I would say it's pretty terrible.
terrible.
So it's not a very high bar to clear to make a sequel to Tron, but I would say as an attempt, this is a pretty strong attempt to actually make the world of Tron like interesting.
Yeah.
Um, I I can mirror some of what you say, but I would in no way call this film dull. I do agree that the film has a lot of concepts that are not at all explored because the film it is doing a lot. It's trying to immerse you in a world, and so it's trying to give a lot of like backstory to the world, but none of it is ever really explored.
Yeah, not like the film looks dull or feels dull. Like just a certain sense of like the writing just not really being as much as it could be with that kind of idea. So it's kind of blank and in and out. But you really stick around for those for that little concept that the movie has. It looks great too. It's visually stunning.
Yeah, no, it's a genuinely like jaw-droppingly good-looking movie.
Hmm.
I don't think this was Joseph Kosinski's first film, but this was
Not
definitely his first big studio film.
most likely.
Um, yeah. Which, speaking of Joseph Kosinski, you probably know that name way more now because of Top Gun Maverick.
Yes, sir.
But this was the film that put him on the map.
Uh-huh.
This is what got him, Oblivion,
Hmm.
which then, of course, led to him meeting Tom Cruise, which meant eventually Top Gun Maverick. But yeah, yeah, I would say something you didn't mention, um, due to the film's constant, uh, you know, ideas being thrown around to expand the world, the film loses heavy sight of its emotional through line, which doesn't quite work because the film doesn't actually take full focus on it, which
Yeah.
is the relationship between Sam and Kevin.
Yes. I wouldn't say characters entirely fall flat, but they're just not as good as it could have been.
Yeah, they're all
Yes.
they're all completely serviceable characters. They
Yeah.
they are fine. They get the plot moving forward. They keep the film's momentum going.
Like
But
I'd say
there's nothing there outside of what you see. What you see is what you get with them.
yeah, like I do have a favorite that like it's interesting and cool. That being Clue, the main villain of the whole movie.
Mm-hmm.
Clue is pretty cool. Just him being a replica of
Kevin Flynn.
Kevin Flynn, uh, programmed to try to make a perfect world, and that little program of his getting a little bit overzealous, way too over ambitious, and that just leads to the worst parts uh, of the events of the movie. It's the dark side of Kevin Flynn.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cool idea. and I like Clue too. Just well, everything like I said. But I suppose we should like I don't know, maybe get into it.
I mean, we're talking about it. We're into it.
Ah, okay.
I don't mean. I mean, I don't. I mean, what do you mean?
Oh, are we gonna like break it down scene by scene, or
Oh no, I don't. We don't have to do
just
that.
just scramble about?
Yeah, we don't
Yeah.
have to
All right.
break down scene by scene. We'll be here for a while if we do that. Um.
Yeah. Well, Clue is cool. He's not comically evil. He's got reasons to doing what he's doing. He thinks what he's doing is very right.
Well, he's quite literally a computer program. He's literally
Yeah.
just doing what he believes his program
Hmm.
is what his program is.
Yeah, doing his program no matter what.
Yeah.
His duties that extends
Create the
over
perfect
to putting the
system.
whole world at risk. Yep.
Yep.
It's good stuff.
He's a fine villain. He's fine.
Yeah, he's fine.
He's pretty standard.
Maybe better if he didn't look like that.
Maybe. Yeah, elephant in the room. The only piece of CG that I would say like definitely aged was that de-aged Jeff Bridges.
Yes.
Um, yeah, it doesn't look good.
But like especially next to the to the real
The
Jeff
yeah
Bridges, like oh,
yeah at the time, 2010 Jeff Bridges.
like just him next to any person is like oh, but like putting him to the actual person,
Mm.
oh
I feel like it doesn't look as bad as when they're like, because the implication is that Clue isn't real,
yeah.
right? He's a program. He's in a computer. But when you put him next to what's supposed to be the real Kevin Flynn, but young,
Mhm. Yep.
it extra doesn't look good.
X no yep because they both don't look good.
Yeah. Um, Jeff Bridges does a great job as Clue, though.
Yes.
Even though
Yes.
he was never on set as Clue,
Yeah.
it was a stand-in that Jeff Bridges then did the performance later. But it is a very good performance from Jeff.
He understood the role.
Yeah. Um, But yeah, I mean, all that being said, this film has like incredible visuals. Some of the like genuinely one of the best scores I've ever heard in my life.
From visuals to score.
Hmm?
You went from visuals to score.
Yeah, they kind of put one in. They kind of go together in this movie.
I suppose so.
Uh, I
But
mean,
I guess we should let you talk up. Just drool over the score.
oh man, the score. I mean, I have to. If you're not a fan of Daft Punk, you're probably not gonna like it. But if you somehow haven't seen this movie, well, no, actually, I shouldn't say if you somehow
You
haven't
said
seen this movie, but
it flop.
if you somehow haven't heard of Daft Punk,
Yeah, that was pretty popular.
yeah, the end of the score is incredible. It perfectly matches the tone of the film. It sets every scene correctly. It adds impact where it needs to be, and it's still Daft Punk. Like it's an orchestral score. It's a surprising amount of orchestral score, but it's still it Daft Punk is still there.
Mm-hmm. Hip
It's
hop
not,
rock.
yeah, it's not Daft Punk with Hans Zimmer. It's Daft Punk.
Daft Punk with Hans Zimmer. Was he do this too?
No,
Or
no, no. I'm saying like, because
oh,
like it's not Daft Punk with like another guy doing the orchestral parts. It's all Daft Punk.
right.
So yeah, it's an absolutely incredible score, and I still listen to it. Just it's its own thing. It's that incredible.
I thought it was really good. Watching the movie and hearing everything was happening in the background. Good
It's
stuff.
the perfect scene setter.
Yeah.
It just blends into the movie. It doesn't take any, advantage. Like it doesn't distract from anything. It's there. And it adds to the movie.
Mm-hmm.
It keeps you immersed. And speaking of immersion, the world is very well realized visually. It very much sucks you in. As soon as Stam steps out into the grid and sees the recognizer, you're just in. You're just sucked into this world immediately.
It's an isekai. Trust me, but you wouldn't want to live in this fucking world.
No, this world is dangerous.
It's kind of shitty. It sucks.
Um, I would say there's other things that I don't like. If I were to keep complain about the movie anymore, uh, the movie's definitely got like sequelitis a little bit, or not sequelitis, but like franchise setup-itis, because it's very clear that Disney wanted to make Tron a thing.
They kind of, well, they made the Disney XD show.
That lasted
Franchise.
one season and got canceled.
Boo.
There was a video game. It got an appearance in Kingdom Hearts multiple times actually. In two different Kingdom
Really?
Hearts games, it appeared.
No, I didn't know that.
Uh, the old Tron world is in Kingdom Hearts 2, and then in I think it's Dream Drop Distance, you go to the Legacy grid, where I think it's you meet Sam, Flynn, and Cora or something. Um, yeah. Also, Cillian Murphy's in this movie, completely uncredited. Like, actually, he's not listed in the credits of the movie.
He's in this movie?
Yeah, he's in the beginning. He's one of the NCOM's board members.
Huh.
Yeah, he's the one that they point out for being the son of somebody.
That was him?
Yeah, that's Cillian Murphy, but he's not credited.
I didn't know it was him. They don't look like him. Huh. Crazy.
Yeah,
Uncredited. Why?
yeah. This movie definitely feels like it was leaving breadcrumbs for like future franchise stuff to deal with. But of course, we all know that everything they tried to do outside of Tron Legacy completely failed. But we're still supposedly getting that Tron 3, or sorry, or Tron Ares, I believe it's the name of the
You
movie.
think you really? Tron Ares?
I don't think we're going to get it anytime soon, but
Not anytime soon. But I mean, maybe if Joseph Kosinski wants it.
well, he's not directing it. He was, so they were going to make Tron 3 sooner rather than later. Their original start date to start filming was 2015. I think it was like May or August of 2015, but Tomorrowland was the reason the movie Tron 3 got scrapped at that time. Because they spent a lot of
Tomorrowland.
money on a big budget, sci-fi movie in Tomorrowland, and it bombed hard. So they
Hmm.
were like, "Yeah, no, we can't take that risk again." So they didn't move forward with the Tron 3, but now I guess there's talks of it happening again.
I guess.
Jared Leto
I,
was at one point attached. I don't know.
before you said that, I was gonna say I wouldn't mind a Tron 3.
Yeah,
Like I
I
wouldn't mind
would
at
very
all.
much not mind a Tron 3. But like in this particular uh cinematic climate we live in, a Tron 3 would like double triple bomb.
Probably.
Unless it was like insanely good, it would not succeed.
Maybe. I don't know. Don't you think like Tron at this point has like a cult following?
It's a cult
Like
film. It's a cult classic. It's
both of
what it
them?
is. Both of them at this point. Even though Tron Legacy didn't bomb, like it did okay. It was respectable.
Yeah, just that enough to guarantee a third film.
It did enough to like justify making another movie, but like not enough to be like successful.
Yeah. At least by Disney standards.
Yeah. Well, it only made 400 million worldwide on a budget of like I think it was like 150 to 200. So it barely made it out of there.
Yeah, sure, it looked expensive.
Yeah, yeah, money's on the screen.
Definitely.
I will say, for I think I brought this up yesterday, but for a movie called Tron Legacy, Tron is barely in this movie.
Yes. So when I first saw this movie, I'm like, what the fuck is Tron? Is it that black guy, the Rinsler? I guess. And then it is him. I mean, they say it.
Yeah, they literally say it's him. Yeah,
Yeah, I just don't understand why it was called. Well, yeah, because the first movie was called Tron. What's the story with Tron? Tell me.
Tron is the Grid Jesus.
Great Jesus.
He is a program that is controlled by his user Alan in the real world. He just so happens to look exactly like Alan because Flynn designed him to look like Alan.
What was the Tron in this in Legacy also like the young one before he died? Was he also CGI? Because he looked kind of fake.
Yeah, it was definitely DH Bruce Boxleitner. Yeah,
Yeah.
mm, yeah, uh, yeah. Tron is he's Grid Jesus.
I would have liked to see a movie before the downfall.
Yeah. If you want to know what the world of the world of the grid was like before the downfall, there is Tron Evolution, the video game.
Right. So,
Or you can
question:
watch Tron Uprising.
Legacy is a sequel, like completely a
It's a
sequel.
straight sequel. Yeah,
Okay.
it's
Okay.
a sequel. Yeah, it's
No, no,
not.
no, no reboot aspects to it. Just
No,
like a
this
no.
was. It's it's funny. The movie's called Tron Legacy, and it is a legacy sequel. Um, yeah, no, it is straight sequel. It's not like no asterisks, no reboots aspect to it. It's a sequel.
Interesting.
But yeah,
To make a sequel to Tron Legacy like many years later. It's just
it's
like
been
making
over
that.
10 years. It'd be even a third Tron would be another legacy sequel at this point.
Yeah. It's like making another Top Gun movie after the first one.
Yeah,
That'd be crazy.
it's like making. I don't know what's in. I blanked out. It's like making a. I blanked out. I'm not
Did I
even
just
gonna.
did I just pull the only example? I think you could
I
have
think
just
you pulled. I think you pulled the main one out of my head.
wait, Star Wars counts, right?
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, like from episode from Return of the Jedi to Phantom Menace, that would like kind of be like the case.
Yeah.
But not a sequel, it's a prequel.
It's a prequel.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's like
fine. Force
it's like
Awakens.
making another Lord of the Rings movie now, which they are going to do. They're making.
Uh,
They're making an animated Rohirrim movie.
uh,
Yeah.
right, that one. This is still
Are you
Amazon.
sure? No, it's a studio movie.
Uh,
I think it's New Line.
okay.
Yeah.
We'll see, I guess.
Um. Yeah. In terms of like characters, I enjoyed the characters all pretty consistently. I think I probably liked Cora the best. I guess
Yeah,
there's not really
she had.
much to her, but
I think she had the
she was
most
fun.
going on for her, like the idea of a I what were they called? ISOMs,
ISO,
ISOs, like the last remaining ISO under the guidance of the guy
the
with the first guy
creator,
to go
yeah.
under the creator,
But
one
he
of the
didn't
guys that
create the ISOs.
exactly yeah the one of the guys
Yeah.
that found them.
There's a
Interesting how
lot
the
of
ISOs work.
interesting ideas about like how he created a world where the world created its own life,
Hmm.
which like is fascinating, but the movie does not get like into it at all. But also like if it were to get into it, you would probably lose a good amount of audience because they're here for Tron.
But they don't even get that too,
No, they don't really get that.
which makes me wonder. Like thinking about it, how upset will people like be like in the mindset of like a super like Tron fan back in the day, expecting like a movie with Tron in it, and they don't
Mm-hmm.
really get Tron that much. Like, how upset would they be?
I don't know, because Tron was never the main character. It was always Kevin Flynn was the main character of Tron. Tron was an
Hmm.
important character, but he's not the main character. And also, the movie is named after him.
I guess the name Flynn doesn't sell as much. Or Clue. But I mean, I'm guessing the character of Tron is like a favorite among people, right?
I wouldn't know. I'm not in that side of. I would not know.
Because I know that Tron Uprising, the like bits that I saw of it, had a lot of
Yeah, yeah,
Tron
Tron's in it. Yeah,
as the like the mentor to the main character in there.
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Tron pre Rinsler.
yeah, it's a cool idea, by the way.
I don't know
Yeah,
how
again,
he became Rinsler.
uh, well, they did mention that Clue can reprogram them.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I mean, it was part of his whole army plan where
yeah.
he can take programs.
Reprogram other
Reprogram them.
programs.
So I
Yeah,
suppose that's exactly what he did with Tron, and then made him out to be Rizzler.
yeah.
Uh, Now, wandering into that flashback, it was really funny how when Clue turned, uh, Tron was fighting those other two guys, and Clue was beating up Kevin,
Mm-hmm.
and then instead of killing him with his disc, Tron tackled Clue to the floor when he had the lemon as a prize.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very very funny. He was trying to kill him, well, and then he died. Uh, but we were on Cora, right? How she was probably like the best character in there. Had a lot more going on to her
No,
because of
yeah.
her, yeah, of her role in the movie.
Best like if like character has the most depth, it would probably be Kevin Flynn. But I definitely liked Cora the best because I don't know, she was fun. She was fun to have around.
Yeah, she was like a fish out of water in her own little world where she knew what was going on because of her own little curiosities to the real human world.
Yeah,
Cool idea, just not enough of it.
yeah,
It really is a lot of cool ideas, but not enough.
yeah.
I don't know. Would this like movie ever benefit? Like, how
Mm,
would you feel if they made like a Tron show like off this movie?
I mean, sure, they did that, and it got canceled after a season.
Uh no, I mean like based on this exact movie.
Oh,
Like a live action show or something.
I mean, you'd have to put a lot of money behind that to make it look good. Mm,
They got money, Disney.
yeah, I'm also I knowing this stupid company, they would all use the volume. Which, if they were to use the volume on a Tron show, you might as well not make the Tron show.
Actually, interesting how they haven't even done a lot of Tron because they did a show for Willow.
Yep, which that just
That,
got canceled.
yeah, it got canceled. They're gonna do Peter Pan.
That's a movie.
Oh, that's a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Sebastian.
Hello, Sebastian.
You
Have
know, I was
you
just
seen?
thinking that I didn't know if his name was gonna fit in this new setup that I've got. It fit perfectly.
There it is.
I knew
Have
you
you
would test it.
seen?
That's why I'm here.
Have you seen Tron Legacy, Sebastian?
Yeah, when it came out.
Uh Give us your insight of the movie, please.
I saw it
Now
when
that you're
it
here,
came out.
what'd you think?
I don't know. I saw it when it came out. What year did it come out? I was probably
2010,
like 10.
2010.
I was 8 years old, so I probably thought it was the coolest thing.
Yeah,
Yeah. This is Tron Legacy is one of my favorite movies ever.
Really?
Unironically.
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I love this movie. I don't think it's like it's got problems, but it's not a guilty pleasure. I'll say that.
You're not guilty.
Nope, I am assuredly not guilty.
No, it's not. It's not a bad movie. Far from a bad movie.
Yeah. Have you seen the original Tron Smashing?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's terrible, isn't it?
Very slow.
Oh yeah, that movie's boring too. I forgot.
Mm-hmm.
Tron Legacy is definitely the opposite of boring, but I forgot that Legacy was over two
maybe the first
hours.
half.
I
Yeah,
genuinely forgot that movie was over 2 hours.
flies by unless you're watching the first part of the movie.
Yeah.
Well, when they're in the human world.
Yeah.
Yeah, that goes. They because you're there to expect the whole greater world and whatnot. They do skim by the human world,
Yeah,
before they go
pretty
in. But
pretty quickly.
yeah, but it's not excellent to watch.
Yeah. It's not there for long.
No,
It's like
perks
maybe like 20 minutes.
yeah, Sam really just his name is Sam, right?
Yeah, Sam Flynn.
All right, Sam Flynn really just does get in jail and then gets out immediately afterwards.
Yeah.
No ballot, no nothing.
It shows you that he's a bad boy.
They let him out. I guess.
I mean,
He's so
I think
bad.
the assumption was
He's
that
just
Alan
barely a
bailed
bad
him
boy.
out.
Right, but he wasn't there. Ah, well, don't you have to be there to put someone out?
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah.
But they never showed him getting bailed out or leaving. So, well, they never even showed him going to
Well,
prison. They showed him getting arrested, and then
yeah.
that was it. They just cut to him
Yeah.
back at home.
No, they showed him leaving the station and getting his
Did they?
motorcycle. Yeah. They did it like it was like a daily occurrence. This happens all the time. I always get arrested and I just leave because when he was gonna pick up his motorcycle, which is right next to the station, the guy that works there, he was like, "Hey, what's up, Finn? Hey, what's up, Finn? What's up?" Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't give much thought to all that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm actually kind of just purred into my mind now. I'm actually kind of glad we haven't gotten Tron 3.
Oh yeah.
Because I think the ending of Legacy is a pretty nice bow on everything.
Yeah, that's why I'm like.
Because like the ending of
Yeah,
the
but it
movie
would
makes
make
it.
money.
No,
No,
it
it
wouldn't.
You don't think it would?
No.
Oh.
Original Tron did not make money in 1982.
I
So
mean, it's not a very good movie.
Yeah, it also came out the same year as E.T.
Hmm.
And the Thing, which also
and the
flopped.
Thing. But like the Thing is a little more highly regarded than Tron.
Yeah.
So is
And then-
E.T.
Yeah. E.T. was the highest grossing movie that year.
And then this one didn't even like make too much.
No, it made like 400 mil worldwide. It also had like it also had a Christmas release date, which was weird. I don't know why they positioned it for Christmas, but
Or just like Avatar.
yeah.
To capitalize.
Yeah. I mean, I did have quite a few toys from this movie. I will say that I had quite a few toys.
I didn't
I
have
had-
anything from this.
I had 2 light cycles. I had I had a Sam and a Clue toy. I wanted Rinsler, never got it. And then I think I had Sam's disc. His identity disc.
Oh.
Mhm.
Also, that's really weird to me. The fact that that the disc that you have in your back is your identity disc, but it's also a weapon that you can use.
Yeah.
What if you lose that while like fighting with someone just takes it and then mine now
Don't.
die?
Just don't.
Yeah, no.
Don't.
It's better.
You're
It's
supposed to
better
hit 'em,
than
don't
what.
let 'em
It's
grab
better
it.
when what the ID discs were in the original Tron, which was they were just frisbees.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, so maybe not all the ideas in this movie slap, but that's very strange because in the movie, there's like tournaments, games, where you use those same discs to fight.
Yeah.
Fight for your life.
Mhm.
And Sam does end up taking one of them. Maybe not in the tournament, just somewhere along in the movie.
Mhm.
But he does end up fighting with two discs.
Yeah.
If you steal someone's disc, it's like Jotaro in Part 6. That's what happens to them.
Yeah. If you steal somebody's disc, it just kind of becomes yours.
Yeah.
It doesn't become yours, but it's like you basically have somebody's information. It's not like if you lose your disc, you're fucked. It's just like you better not lose your. It's like it's recommended you don't lose your disc, but it's not.
Actually,
it's
I was
not
gonna
a
say, if
be all end all if you lose your disc.
Actually, if you do lose your disc, you're kind of fucked because if you're like unidentified, you can like, get put in the games and you could die, or you'll be lucky enough that they what was the in the beginning
It was
when Sam got the
Rectifier
rectify?
Games. They did not specify what Rectify was, but I think
Yeah,
I'm assuming Rectify was getting turned.
right.
Yeah.
So you really are kind of fucked if you lose your disc.
Yeah.
If you're
Did
if you don't
Tron
have
come out
edited
before
ID.
Matrix?
What happened?
Did Tron come out before Matrix?
The
Yes.
original Tron, yes, yeah.
So Tron is like the first one, Matrix.
Oh, in a way,
Sure, yeah.
trying to first
Very,
isekai.
very loosely, but
Tron is the first isekai.
Yep.
Yeah.
it could be that too. No, that'd be Matrix, wouldn't it?
Well,
Oh
no, in
no,
the
I guess
original
if
Tron, he
Tron,
gets sucked into the
I
game
guess
world.
yeah, if
Yeah.
Tron came first, yeah.
Yeah. Like isn't Tron the thing like actually like kind of like an arcade thingy?
Mhm.
Yeah, it was an
Yeah.
arcade game that Kevin Flynn made. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
And
gonna
it
be
just
like an
happened.
isekai.
It's weird. What's
Oh.
weird about like the
It's like
original
Wreck-It
Tron?
Ralph.
Yeah, what's weird about the original Tron is that like Kevin Flynn created a game, and the game happened to have a world inside of it. But
Right.
with Tron Legacy, he was like, I saw some crazy shit. I'm gonna create an entire fucking world in the computer,
Mhm.
and he did it.
Wait, so is it the same
I'm tripping
grid?
balls. On the
No,
Matrix
it's a different grid.
universe.
It's a different
It's a
grid.
different grid.
It's a different
Okay,
grid. Yeah.
Just
But after his
heavily-
experience of like I've been in the grid before, he was like, all right, I gotta. He basically created this whole world, and why he took the program of Tron from the old grid and put it into his new grid so he could help him build the new world.
whatever happened to
with
the old
Clue.
grid?
I don't know.
Oh.
I'm assuming it's still in that fucking arcade machine that Sam moved
maybe
over
maybe you can find it in Tron 3.
with Jared Leto.
As Tron.
Ugh.
Good question. Who is Tron? This movie will kind of tell you, and then you'll see him fight.
Yeah.
Rinsler is kind of cool.
Rinsler is cool.
He is pretty cool. I like his
So you
voice.
said Rizzler.
I'm sure he's got Riz.
He was doing unnecessary flips though.
He was.
He's doing some
he's
very
like
unnecessary flips.
he's like a ninja.
Yeah. He was almost Ray Park. I'm surprised he wasn't played by Ray Park.
I was gonna say, are we sure he's not Ray Park?
No, in the credits, it's not Ray Park, but he might as well be Ray Park.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess he was too busy making a G.I. Joe movie or something. I don't know.
By this point, you're probably right.
Yeah.
Get that money, Ray.
God, what a. I mean, yeah, we haven't really been talking about like the action stuff. Like the light cycle sequence is awesome.
Oh yes, it's cool.
Yeah, the light
Pretty
cycles
cool
were
how-
always like some of the coolest shit about Tron.
Yeah, like the vehicles that they use.
Yeah.
Some cool stuff.
Yeah, the I think it's called the out. It's not the I forget the name of it, but like the car that Cora drives that goes on land.
I had that car.
Yeah,
It's
I
pretty
only
cool.
ever had the light cycles. I wanted that one, but I never got it. I wanted a recognizer, never got it. You know, I had an ID disc and I had two light cycles. They were both. I wanted one that was like the white color, and then I wanted the yellow one, but I only got both the white ones. Yeah.
Yeah, but that bicycle is pretty cool. It's just when you see like
Oh yeah. When he pulls like the thing open and you just see all like the parts of it coming together.
Yep.
That scene is so cool.
Yeah, just how the stage is, how there's a lot of planning going into it, and how Sam Flynn, being the guy who is really good at riding bikes, is kind of like the
Yeah.
MVP of the whole
You
thing.
notice he gets a lot of like that cliche, like generic protagonist man
Oh
dialogue.
yeah, no, like Sam Flynn is generic as fuck. Like,
Yeah. Now this I can do.
his-
How about another customer?
he's yeah, he sure is a main character.
He sure is generic man.
He sure is in the isekai world.
Yeah.
I mean, like he's
He's not OP
I-
though. He gets his ass beat a lot.
yeah, he does. But I'm kidding. Like he is kind of good at everything in this movie. Like he immediately.
Like he wasn't good at the discs immediately, which
Oh, yeah, fucked
it
up-
doesn't
fucked
seem like
up.
he got any better at it.
Fucked up twice, and then he beat armed guards.
Yeah.
I mean, he beat that guy who was doing flips in the beginning. Who knew
Yeah.
who seemed
He
to know
beat
what
he
he was
beat that
doing.
guy by acknowledging his surroundings.
Yeah. And then he was beating like Clues men, like
Yeah.
armed guards and shit. He didn't beat Rinsler, but he
No,
he was
didn't.
going toe to toe for like a second.
The only thing he
and
could do was drive the bike and fly and shoot a gun.
yeah, he's just kind of got everything that happens in the movie. He's also really smart. He's a smart boy. He knows stuff.
Yeah.
That doesn't really come into
the
play either.
movie did make a point to say he went to Caltech
Yeah,
until he dropped out.
before he dropped out.
Before he dropped out. Yeah.
Mhm. Okay.
You know, all the action scenes in this are pretty good,
Yeah.
except for like the hand-to-hand combat stuff.
No, yeah, that's
That stuff was okay.
like Jesus. I'm willing to teeter down to bad because I remember the club scene.
Oh, the spitting camera, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that stuff's not great. But the hand-to-hand fight with Rinsler wasn't bad.
No, like Runster's action scenes are pretty good. But yeah, the club scene.
Yeah.
That is a strange one. Music goes off there though.
Oh
I
yeah,
think I remember
D-Rez.
more. I think I remember more of the first than I do the second.
Really?
I've seen the first one more than twice.
I've seen the original Tron twice. That's it.
And I saw the second one time in theaters.
I think now this makes it like 10 times that I've seen it.
He really likes it.
I do really like it.
I don't even think I've seen his film or stand.
Because I got the DVD when I was little. And I watched that thing so many times.
Hmm.
Yeah. I've seen Transformers probably more than Tron Legacy though.
That reminds me, since we finished Transformers, we gotta pick another series.
Mission Impossible.
I was
I was
thinking Indiana
thinking-
Jones because that's pretty soon.
I was thinking Terminator.
Oh no.
Well, you get two good movies.
I get
one
two good
that's
movies,
okay. You get two good movies. You
and
get an okay one, and then disasters.
Salvation's not that bad.
I've seen
Yeah,
some
Salvation's
of one.
worse than 3.
I've seen some of one, some of two, all of Salvation, but I don't remember a second of it. And I saw 2 of the new ones.
No,
The one where
Salvation-
she shoots the grenade launcher on the bridge, and the one where they're in like Mexico.
Salvation is worse than 3, but it's not inoffensive as much as Genesis and Dark Fate.
Dark Fate.
Which
I
would
still
mean-
stand that Dark Fate is a perfectly okay action movie, but a god awful Terminator movie.
Stop saying that.
Yeah, so I think we should go through the Terminator movies.
Yeah, that'd be good. We can section them too. Holy shit.
I mean, we went through 2. We went through what, the 5th and 6th Transformers movie in one sitting.
4th and 5th.
4th and 5th. I think we can watch a Terminator movie.
I'm
I
not
don't know
worried
if I
about-
can.
I'm not-
I don't know if I can watch Genesis again, man.
I'm not worried about length. I'm worried about how I'll die. Like this time,
Okay.
No, I'm not talking about length. I'm talking about how bad the two Transformers movies were.
Genesis and Dark Fate are way worse than Last Night.
Yeah. Yeah, I second that.
I disagree. So we had I disagree because I don't remember. So now we have to watch it.
You know what?
Leave Genesis.
Fine. After this, let's do it.
God. I guess, yeah.
We-
Well,
I'm down.
We can't do it today though. I gotta go to bed in an hour.
Son of a bitch.
I gotta
So
figure out where to
tomorrow-
watch those movies because I
Tomorrow-
have
yeah.
Salvation. Like, don't ask, all right? Don't ask why I have it, all right? Yeah, I didn't make that purchase.
Hey, yeah. This is
Oh.
Salvation.
I have Terminator 2 somewhere over there, but I don't have it digitally.
Remember when we were talking about Tron?
Yeah, remember we were talking about
Yeah, I get to work at 3:30 tomorrow. So
Yeah.
I'm a little later than that.
I'm out
you
at 6.
can-
I'm out at 6. So
10.
um,
Well, if you come home quickly, we could watch one tomorrow.
We might.
yeah, yeah. There's man. Oh, so Ernest, you saw it on Disney Plus. I have the physical Blu-ray. We
Yeah.
both got the IMAX scenes.
Yes.
Um, God, those. So I'm gonna ask you this question because I think I've started to indoctrinate you a little bit. You noticed an uptick in quality of the shots when it switched to IMAX, right?
I
Did
did.
you notice that the shots just looked better when they were in IMAX?
That clue looked a little better.
It's because IMAX cameras are a much higher quality camera, therefore they can capture more detail.
Yeah.
Since this film was finished, I'm assuming at a 2K DI because of the fact that it's filled with CG. There's a lot of shots that were in IMAX that were just like crystal fucking clear, like not a speck of like green in them. Actually, was this shot on film or digital?
Ooh, getting them up.
On film. Yeah, Tron Legacy was shot on film. I didn't notice much grain, and so then must have been a pretty grain-free picture. Yeah. It also, fun fact about Tron Legacy: the entire film was shot using completely surrounding 3D cameras. So they had three or four 3D cameras in like every like 4 directions, so that they could cover and so they could see every single bit of the information on the screen that they were shooting, and they had lights everywhere so they could capture all of like the 3D reflection or whatever the hell. I can't pretend to know the science, but the point is they used a lot of cameras to make sure that the 3D looked good.
Like Matrix?
Like I said, ambitious film.
But yeah, and sorry that threw me off. What do you mean by like Matrix?
You said a bunch of cameras,
Oh
right?
no, not like the. I know what you're talking about. Now I know what you're talking about. Not like that.
Oh.
They had like 3 or 4 cameras.
Oh, not the 100 or whatever they
No, not
had.
the 50 cameras they used to film the Trinity kick scene
Yeah, I
and
wanna
the
fuck a lot.
Neo bending backward.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, the 3D was really good in this movie, um, especially because this movie came out in a time when like most movies that were in 3D were like post processed, converted into 3D. Like I think I saw. I did not see Avatar. I did not see The Last Airbender in 3D, but
I
apparently the
saw that.
3D in that movie was like so god awful because they at the last second decided to like convert it to 3D.
What, you don't wanna see the tiny floating rock in 3D?
Yeah. And also, I've seen my fair share of bad 3D. Age of Extinction had terrible 3D. Civil War had terrible 3D. I saw Finding Nemo in theaters in 3D, and that was terrible.
I saw Nightmare Before Christmas in 3D.
I bet that wasn't awful.
I don't remember. I just remember going, and my family were the only people in the movie theater. I
Uh,
guess I shouldn't really be that surprised about.
oh, I saw Shrek Forever After in 3D. I remember one part of that being 3D, and that was it.
I think the only movie I've seen in 3D will be Avatar, like in theaters. That's it.
Uh,
I saw the movie. Um, I think it's Open Season with the bear.
mm-hmm.
I saw that in 3D.
I did see Shark Boy and Lava Girl at home in 3D
Wow.
with the red and blue 3D glasses that
Oh,
came with the DVD.
thought you were rich and had a 3D TV.
No, 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 no. We had a
No.
cousin that had a 3D TV, and I remember
What about
playing Mortal Kombat 9 in 3D, and I was like, "Wow, this sucks."
Spy Kids 3D?
Didn't Batman Arkham City have 3D?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Or I think
Infamous 2 had 3D.
Asylum and City did both.
Yeah, yeah, both Asylum and City had 3D.
I had to think about that one first.
Why would you want Uncharted 3 had 3D? Oh my god. Anyway, why would you want to play a game in 3D?
Hmm.
Like
Especially
what about
VR.
that sounds like cool?
I don't know. It's like VR, but not really.
Yeah.
Yeah. You also remember curved TVs?
Yeah. My dad wanted one really bad, but I was like, what's the point of a curved TV?
It's
Pucker.
just even it's just even less viewing angle.
Yeah.
Father,
I don't know what.
understand this logic.
Yeah.
Father, explain it to me, please.
I want to be able to have less people being able to watch it at one time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to exclude the people on the left and right side of my couch from watching the TV.
I want to inconvenience you as much as I possibly can.
Mm-hmm.
But why?
No one is allowed to stand in the entryway to the living room with their hand on the side, looking at the TV and talking.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like we kind of ran out of things to talk about a little bit here.
I thought you would have millennia to talk about since it's like one
I
of your
would
movies of all
normally
time.
have a lot to talk about this movie, but I'm now realizing I would just be jerking off the score and visuals the entire time. Yeah, I would like if I were to give this movie a score, I would give it a 7.5 out of 10.
But what about your feelings? What's your feelings ratings?
My feelings is a 9.
Ooh. Strong.
If I can guess yours, if I had to guess, yours, I would say a 6.
That's pretty close, yeah.
5.5.
I think 5.
Yeah, I might have had one 5. Pretty above average film.
Yeah.
Half numbers is cheating.
Huh?
Hmm?
Half numbers is cheating.
Is it?
Is it?
Commit to a full number.
All right, it's closer to a 6, so I'm gonna give it a 6.
Oh, not Adam. Not Adam.
Huh?
YMS.
Your movie sucks, yeah. He had a thing where he would go like, it's a 6 out of 10, but it's closer to a 5 than a 6.
Had it, bro. He still has it. He still do it.
But does he still do? I haven't seen any of his reviews in a while, but
Who's Adam?
his name, Your Movie Sucks, his name is Adam.
Oh, it's called Your Movie Sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were just saying that.
YMS for short, you know.
YMS, Adam, Your Movie Sucks, whichever one.
Adam. Adam.
Yeah, Adam. It's ADUM. Yeah.
You have the most confusing set of names for this conversation.
He's Canadian. He's Canadian, eh?
I thought you guys were just continuing the conversation and ignoring me. Sure, YMS, this movie sucks. Adam.
We were just throwing some Abed type shit at you.
You're loud. You're loud.
KYS, this movie sucks.
Quite like this movie or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I watch it again. It's a fun time.
Yeah, I'll definitely watch it again at some point.
Yes, you will.
I'm glad I saw it again. This movie's great. I like it. It's great. I love it.
I'm also glad I saw it. Just to remember it.
Uh,
Remember the time.
Yeah, I guess we should take a moment here. Thank you for the Last of Us section.
Yes.
We should say a giant thank
yeah.
you to all that. Jesus,
Crazy. We weren't
very much
expecting that at
surprised
all.
us. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And also rest in peace, Lance Reddick.
Yeah, rest in peace to that guy, bro.
Rest in peace, Lance Reddick.
I can't believe it died too young.
Yeah. King gone too soon.
Is yeah. I'm dedicated to watching The Wire now. See what's up there.
Yeah. Oh. Man.
But yes, thank you for The Last of Us.
Thank you for The Last of Us. Jesus.
We weren't expecting that.
You were not expecting that. Not expecting that with this one, but
No, this was a chiller one.
yeah.
I feel like we were more ambitious talking about The Last of Us than here.
Well, there was a
but
lot more to talk about.
Yes, we went episode by episode.
Yeah. We sure
guess
did. We sure did record that the day after the finale.
Yes, I guess we said something. We must have. I hope we said something that was enlightening for y'all. You know,
Maybe not enlightening, but at least something.
something. Yeah,
Something of substance, but
yeah, some good points.
But yeah,
We appreciate it.
appreciate that. And,
we don't expect that will happen ever again.
No,
but
we do not. But we thank y'all anyway.
Thank you.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. Hello.